Well, I gotta take it from the top. Welcome is the first thing I want to say. Welcome to WagWorksGA. Welcome to the channel. I'm Jeff with the G. That's the G in GA. You can call me Wags as well. So I'm the illustrator part of our husband-wife writer-illustrator team. Ashley is the A in GA. She's my wife. If you're here on Twitch, you're gonna see me. I love drawing like all sorts of stuff. So you'll see me doing sometimes slice of life comics, sometimes fan art, sometimes working on our projects, or we are children's creators mostly. So we work on kids' graphic novels. We're working with a really cool group of creators right now doing some educational comics. So sometimes you'll see us working on those as well, or me. Ashley will usually walk by and then walk, off to the side and have some comments sometimes. But you're usually gonna see me. So welcome. I am clearly a bit frazzled tonight. It's just been a really busy, crazy week, 2 weeks, months. It's been a bit, but yeah. So we're currently pet sitting right now. I got back from travel like almost 2 weeks ago, and then we had company come with like a week of that, and then now we're puppy sitting for a couple weeks. So if you're watching, you did not hear, but you saw the good girl. She's a good pup, but young, so still learning. Also, 2 kids plus dog equals full time. Okay, Ashley was just come by. Just updating her. So yeah, that's that's where we're at. It's been busy. Life is busy. Life is full. But we were getting ready to do a warm up before we stepped away for a minute. I think I've caught you guys up on just about everything. Warm up. I picked out the card already. It is Abra. So let me get the reference up. Get ready to switch to our art view. You can probably tell that I was literally still setting up stream as I started stream. But it's good. We're here. It's chill. This is just for fun, huh? Okay. There's our Clip Studio Paint window. For those of you curious, Clip Studio Paint is my preferred art program. It's pretty awesome, especially if you like working with comics or manga. It is wonderful. Not me failing to type and talk at the same time. Okay. Dropping in our reference image. Just gonna pull out the black. Label our layer. Try to not draw on the wrong layer this time. Label our sketch layer. Good. Pretty happy with all that. All right. So if you've never been with us before for a warm up, we're just gonna draw this Pokemon, but we're not here to finish it. This is a warm up, so we're gonna spend about 5 minutes, and really we're just gonna do a sketch layer. That's what I typically do, and if I'm happy with the sketch composition, then I might move on to do some pencils, which is a little bit cleaner lines, not the final lines yet. I'm really just picking my favorite lines that I've done in the sketches, and going from there. And then I would usually go on to do like an inks layer or final lines, whatever you want to call it, before doing the colors and all that. We're not going to get that far tonight. This is just to loosen up the arm, loosen up the wrist, start, activate the art brain, I like to say. Start thinking about shapes and composition, and manipulating the character in 3D space a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna get my 5-minute timer up. You are encouraged to draw along. You don't have to draw the Pokemon. You can draw whatever you like, but drawing is fun, so why wouldn't you just draw? Okay, we're feel like I'm just gonna forget something again tonight, like to mute, like to unmute. So I'm just gonna take it slow and check things as I go. You know. Okay, I like that better, I think. Okay. All right, 5-minute timer starts now. Wait, did I do Abra already? Oh, goodness gracious. It is about 1,000,000% one of those nights. You know? Now, usually I just do Pokemon sleeping. Although Abra already looks so sleepy. It doesn't feel like much of a change. Maybe though. So okay. We can still have a little fun with it. I like to add the constraint of making it a sleeping Pokemon for a few reasons. One, it's a great way to force a quick decision. When you're on a 5-minute timer, you can say, okay, the head is much bigger. But so yeah, adding a constraint kind of helps spark a little bit of the creativity by making one of the decisions for you. It forces you at least to start down a path instead of getting stuck in the, what they call paralysis by analysis type of situation where there's so many options that you just kind of get stuck trying to think of what you want to do. And I'm super guilty of that sometimes. So this is a constraint that I do because it helps push me to at least get started and get some progress on the warm-up. And then on top of that, sleeping Pokemon are just cute. It's a fun way to kind of explore the different personalities of the different types of Pokemon. As well. But you're like, okay, what would... That's what I wanted, yeah. But like, what would they look like sleeping? What's a sleeping pose that like expresses this Pokemon's general like feel? So that's why I do it this way. Okay, yeah, it's like a side ear, sort of like that. Okay. And have like a moon, full moon off in the distance here, craters or whatever. This maybe you did like a little psychic energy kind of thing. He's just chilling out, hovering in the air, sleeping. I like that. Okay. Probably don't have a great deal of time left, but this works for now. So I'll knock down the opacity there, bring it down my pencil size. By the way, I use a gigantic pencil size on my sketch layer because it keeps me from getting too lost in trying to put in tiny details. You can't really do it with a giant brush size. That's not a challenge. Just a general observation that it's difficult. So if you don't even bother, like it makes it much less tempting to attempt to do so. And it's kind of a gentle reminder, hey, this is Sketch. This is a sketch layer. You are... Right, so it's kind of like that. You're not here to do details. You're here to figure out the general composition and idea of your piece. And for the most part, it's pretty effective. It's some of the best advice I've gotten. And that's our timer. So not very far into a pencils layer, but I'm pretty happy with how the composition came out so far. I was trying to remember if I've actually done Abra before and just forgot about it. We're at like, let's see here. There's a pretty easy way to check. My warm-ups folder, 32. Not including this one, we're at 32 warm-up sketches of Pokémon. So we're in the territory where it starts getting a little easier to forget which ones I've done. But no, I do not see an Abra in here. So that's good. That's a relief. Okay. Sounds a good little warm-up. Feeling perhaps a bit loosened up there. Yes. I am not so scatterbrained tonight. It's good times. It's good times. I'm gonna try something. Deep breaths. Chat, would you like to do some deep breaths with me? That was 2. That was a start. You know, it's good. So I'm gonna try something here, just real quick. That's not it. Okay. So what we're going to be moving on tonight for our main project, we'll be working on one of our comics for early readers. This is part of a group of creators we're with called Core Toons. And I was trying to show off some of the actual site. It's a Substack. I mean, there is a website associated, but it's a Substack, so you can sign up to get the weekly comics emailed to you. A lot of the group, the audience we're looking at here is teachers. Just a moment. I did not have the chance to get this set up in OBS ahead of time. Go figure. Go figure. Say what? Try, man. Try. Okay, let's try this. Yeah. That's what it is. So this is like, so coretunes.substack.com is the website. If you're curious, you know, why type it out when you can just copy and paste it and know that you got it right. Bam. So I was gonna throw it in chat. It's just coretunes.substack.com, CORETOONS. And it's really comics aimed at ages kindergarten through about 5th grade. Delivered weekly from a group of really cool creators. We met through our Kids Comics Unite group. It's us, Sarah Giles, Ken Ralston, and S.J. Winkler. And they've all got kind of an educational lean to them. So we've got, let's see if I can go to the first one that we did. So Sarah does all sorts of cool variety of comics. So here's one she did. to get touching on some like math concepts.
Walking around the whole neighborhood takes forever. I could get way more candy if I just go down our street over and over. But Bear, nobody wants to give candy to the same kid over and over.
Great costume. Here's some candy.
You heard the lady. They pay by the costume, not by the kid. I'll be ready to go around again in 5 minutes.
Sorry, I felt like it was entirely appropriate here to voice that and read it out loud. Instead of just being like, here's a comic, I'm gonna just stand here while you read. I don't do voiceovers for them if you actually subscribe, just to be clear. And then we've started a series we call Weatherwise, which is our main contribution so far. And this is based on some characters that we did for an actual middle grade graphic novel. Chloe Cloud and Corey Jones, and we aged them down and brought them here into a more short format. With a weather focus educational, being that our background is in meteorology. So the very first flake of winter, one of a kind, beautiful, unique. Crunch. No, there'll never be another one exactly like it. Meanwhile, Corey's over here kind of confused. And so we offer questions to kind of give some conversation starters for teachers. So like, will there ever be another snowflake exactly like the one that was crushed on the sidewalk? Do you live in an area that gets snow in the winter? If so, has it snowed yet? Or when do you predict the first snow? This actually went up in like December. So it was earlier in the season. Most snowy places now have seen the snow. But yeah, there's tons of great stuff here. Sarah does another one with the cat Felix, comics with Felix. Ken Ralston has this like really incredible Galacticats, which where's the first one? And then S.J. Winkler does this really cool series. Nature is Strange, though. With all sorts of like cool stuff, like in it, after demand for the use of their shells and jewelry threatened their survival, emerald green snails were the first invertebrate added to the Endangered Species Act of the USA. And then so an issue looks something like this, where usually a couple of the comics will get mailed out, and they come through on Monday mornings. Anyway, yeah, so this is what the group we're working with. We're really excited about it, and this is what we'll be working on tonight. They divide the age groups up into early worms and big apples. So K through second grade is the early worms. Big apples is like third through fifth grade. We've been mostly focused on the older group, the third through fifth grade. But we're starting a series that we're gonna probably have going up in March. That'll be a few comics geared meteorology wise, but for the younger group, the kindergarten through second grade. And we're playing around even a little bit with going wordless. So that's what I've got here. Good transition, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff. All right. Just trying to build myself up here. Sometimes you need it, right? Even if it just comes from you. Yeah. So this is what I started on. This is actually not the first iteration of this comic. I had sketched out a rough concept of it first, and then Ashley and I kind of did some work we talked it over a little bit, and then streamlined the concept. And now I need to find where. Oh, and I forgot to post that I was going live today. So yeah, the actual, after I sketched out the original, we talked it over, and Ashley kind of captured that and streamlined it, so we've got kind of the sketch here. And so now I've started kind of working out a little bit more. We had some questions about the perspective and stuff like that and how to best communicate what we wanted. So now I am getting that initial sketch put in. From which I will go on to pencils, lines, colors, shading, all that stuff. But these are usually fairly quick because they're the 4-panel format. Oh, Eclipse Studio, why do you always start? Okay, there we go. I need to make a note to change my page color default. Okay, besides all that. So I've already established like the panels. I've already got, you know, series title, Sunny Skies is what we're calling our younger series of meteorology adjacent comics. And then title for the individual comic, and of course WagWorks, that's us. Whee! Okay, that's a little bit big, small brush size there. All right. So with all that, I'm just gonna start working on panel 3 and making a couple adjustments here. Just to make sure I'm noting our characters correctly. And actually this one I'm really simplifying kind of the visual language, and instead of changing up perspectives and viewpoints every single frame, I'm just going to be keeping it pretty well, that's not what I want, keeping it pretty well locked into one perspective for all 4 panels. Yeah. Deal. So the rough idea here is that our 2 kind of main characters, Chloe and Corey, are just chilling out, watching the clouds, identifying shapes in the clouds as you do. You know what? This is bugging me just slightly. Because I feel like that's not what I wanted. There we go. Felt like the panels for some reason were not vertically even. That's better. That's better. Okay. Quick fix, right? I'll just scooch this up slightly. Over slightly. Okay, good deal. Okay, so I'll have to work a little on this one. The idea is, so the real thing here is that, you know, they're sitting, watching the clouds, noticing the shapes. You got like a bunny and a dino. Where did the dino dialogue go? Okay, bunny, dino, a heart. One sees a butterfly and meanders off, and just as they've done this, clouds that look perfectly like their characters show up in the sky. And of course this one misses it. And then, of course, they'll have dissipated by the time the other one looks back, and they're like, oh, I don't get what the big deal is. No, that's not actually why I want to do that. Okay. So what I might do is, right, merge you down, reduce the opacity, and then here I can draw them kind of dissipating. Okay. Merge you down, okay. And you will now be actually, hold up. We can do the same thing. Wait. Oh, you know what? That's the layer I wanted to merge. Okay, so again, if you had on your bingo card, Jeff draws on the wrong layer. You can go ahead and check that off. Don't forget your free space. I am so glad there's an undo button, because sometimes your brain is just tired and you do something that is cataclysmic. Oh my gosh, words are hard. Cataclysmically wrong. Y'all. Oh, you guys. This reminds me of the night I tried to stream from the road and was working on sketches for the Lunar New Year dragon, and like my brain was just done, and I like could barely felt like I could barely put 2 lines together. I did get at least 1 thumbnail done in that short stream, and that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad now that I think about it. And look how that dragon came out. I'm pretty proud of how that one worked out. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Sorry, just misreading my OBS for a second. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. So what I was doing, I got the layers merged correctly, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add a sketch over layer here, drop the opacity, and just draw the updated pose for this guy. I'm not sure like that. Okay. All right, I'm not on the right layer there. That's okay. I'm gonna merge it down anyway. It's quite fine. There we go. That's more the gesture I'm looking for. Better. Maybe we'll rotate this one up just a wee bit. Oh, Control Z. Truly my very best friend when drawing. Eesh. Okay. Cool. So yeah, in case you hadn't gathered, the science education aspect of this one is working on just like observations. It's a good way to start conversations around observing the weather. What do you see? What do you see out your window today? Anybody out there in chat land, if you are feeling like it? What was your weather like today? Okay, there we go. That's good. Gonna merge the correct layer down this time. Here we had a real mix. We're in Orlando area, Florida, U.S. And yeah, we had some good pockets of sun. It was pretty comfortable out today, but we also had overcast for a good chunk of the day, and a bit gray. It was a little hard to balance because, of course, we're far enough south that the sun makes a real difference when it comes out. But yeah, it can still be, when the sun is completely blocked out, it can still be a little cool with the breeze. I say that knowing it's like winter in the US and there's places that are much colder, but that's how it was for us, you know? Okay. That is an eraser, Jeff. Don't do it. just to remind myself to draw grass blades in there, you know? Okay. So. Okay. I was just having a paranoid crazy moment where I'm like, hey, what if you were on mute this whole time? Thankfully, that's not the case, so yay. Yay, you can hear me. Okay, so this is what my sketch layers look like. It's not fancy. It is not fancy. And that's okay. That's very much the goal. To be not fancy, but to work out the matters of composition and you know, getting a feel for where everything lays. I usually like to have this white, so I'm gonna do that as my secondary. I'll pick maybe a little darker color for my pencils layer. Yeah. Don't forget to save your work. Okay, so alright, well, coming up on 11 o'clock, I'm getting ready to start pencils. I do want to do at least that tonight, if not get to lining. Although sometimes, usually at the sketch or pencil stage is when I like to get a little more feedback from Ashley. As part of the team, she often catches art things that I have gone blind to because I know what I meant to draw. So, by the way, if you ever intend to share your art or just want a quick way to improve, make sure you share it with a trusted critique person first. Oh, hey, she's right here. That's perfect. Hey, what's up? Thank you. Well, what's up is in your name. Ashley, what's up? Well, you're telling me what's up. Okay, so we're good for pencils? You know what I need to do is get my chat and emojis on this. You think so? Okay. Very cool. Thank you. I'm literally gonna switch over to a quick zoom on each panel. Yeah, I'll do that first. Yes. Also, I will put it back up to full opacity. I did this super light. Not sure why. I know panels 1 and 2 that I already did are a little bit lighter. So there's one. We good? We'll go on to 2. So I did add the butterfly in between them in panel 1 just to give it that sense of continuity. And here it's over on the, you know, way over on the right. Moving. On 1, make sure the dino cloud and the bubble have enough space. Yes. Yeah. Okay. 2 looks good. So Ashley was just saying, if you're not looking at chat right now, make sure that when I do the pencils on 1, make sure that the dino cloud and the bubble where Corey is like saying it's a dino don't touch each other. Give them a little space to breathe. Here's 3. I can kind of make this a little more like that. Give it a little room. Three is good. You don't think the cloud faces are creepy, right? Not yet. I don't think so. They'll be cute in color, right? Well, we're gonna find out. So the test will be, we'll draw it, we'll color it in, take a night, sleep on it. If we have nightmares, then we know it's too much. I think it's cute. I think it's gonna be cute and not creepy. And if for some reason it turns out being super creepy, we can always change it to something else. Something that's just like an exceptionally detailed flower or something like that. Something that we know is not realistic of a cloud. Because I think the joke still works. The joke is it doesn't have to be their specific faces. Although it is funny with it being their faces, because then it's also like, oh, they're watching the clouds, but the clouds also are watching them. Oh, that does sound a little bit creepy when I say it like that. That's fine. All right, let's move on to 4. Yeah, yep, not creep. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Panel 4. So there will be a little cover up of the dissipating clouds, shapes, and like the bubble here. I was also gonna do a question mark over Corey, but then at the same time, I don't think we need to. I think the shrug gesture kind of says it all. And also we have at least 2 other Weatherwise comics where Corey ends with a question mark over his head. So I don't know if we want that to either be a total running thing or if we want that to be like a maybe not overuse it. Anybody else out there in chat? Any opinions? Is it creepy? Not creepy? I don't think it's creepy. But then again, I drew it, so. Alright, so I think we're good with panel 4 then? I think the actual look in it. Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if we were still trying to go wordless, because it's such an early group. Like if we were trying to catch the kindergartners in the group. Look is an early beginner word, an easy beginner word. That's true. One word is good. So 1 word comics instead of wordless. Okay. All right, our single dialogue. Remember my pencil's color because I'm gonna add the dialogue while I'm thinking of it. And the motion body language shows look. Yeah. What are we at? 16. We're at 16 for all of our text. So we're a pretty good size. Okay, there we go. Off to grocery shop. Excellent. Say hi to the grocer for me. Roger, the grocer. Yes. Sounds good, and thank you. All right. We did it, guys. We got through sketches. We went through our initial collaborative approval project. Collaborative approval step? I don't even know what I was trying to say. My goodness. Okay. But you know what that means is I'm gonna do a thing that takes me a long time to type, apparently. This calls for a celebration. Whee! Oh, come on. Where are we? Apparently I'm experiencing some lag tonight because guess who also forgot to reboot the router? Chat, where are you? What's happening? Well, I'm real confused right now as to what's happening. Hello? I should have Stream Elements chat on this overlay, but We broken? Okay, there's a part of me that wants to like deep dive into this and figure it out. But what I was actually gonna say is, hey, we're at a good spot right now for me to take a quick break. I know I put you all on be right back after talking on mute for the first 5 minutes of stream while I took the dog out. But I do need a quick break, so I'm gonna do that and be back in just a few minutes, and hopefully remember to unmute again. Yeah, sounds good. All right, quick like 2-minute break, and I'll be right back. So see you guys in a few, and you know, talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, see you guys in a few. Unmuting right now. I'm saying it so I remember that I did it. Because it's that kind of night. Is that kind of night. That's what I gotta say. That kind of night. I'm excited for this week to wind down. It's been a week. And you know what? I'm gonna test this. Come on. Come on, Stream Elements chat. Don't let me down. Well, that is disappointing. I can't spam my emotes over my face. That's the best part. Just cascading cool cat emotes. Well, I'm gonna have to troubleshoot that at some point. But that point is not tonight. That point is not tonight. Pretty sure. Okay, I'm not going to do this. I was starting to get ready to hop into that Stream Elements there and get going, but I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I'm just gonna do the arts because that's what I'm here for. Man, I'm surprised Frank's not in. Usually, I thought we'd have a spirited Star Wars discussion, especially since I finally caught up to the point where it introduced the character that he was talking about from the High Republic series. Okay, but enough. Perhaps if I say Star Wars enough, I will summon Frank into chat. Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. Maybe not. It's all good. Okay, let's get going. Let's do some pencils. That's fun. Okay, and you know. I did have some friends finally convince me that I should probably use the balloon tool in Clip Studio. I had not liked it for a long time, and I'm no longer actually that sure why. It might be the tails. I didn't figure out how to properly do the tails, but Jeff Larkin, another creator, he does the whole hosts a whole Clip Studio group in our Kids Comics Unite area, and he showed the correct ways to use them, and now I can still get the hand-drawn look without with some of the advantages of the tool. So that's nice. All right, let's draw, man. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. So I'm gonna start knocking down my pencil size a little bit. We're getting, as we do successive layers, we're getting a little more detailed. I do use bolder, thicker lines for this style comics. Actually, hold up. that. Okay. I can clean that up a little bit. Make a decision, Jeff. Come on. You know what I'm gonna do? I did think it was helpful to have the navigator window up before, so let's pop that guy up. Just to keep track of where things are. Alright, that does not pick up there, so... There we go. Okay. Pop-up navigator, so that's handy for y'all to see where I'm working. Just gonna kind of tuck it up here. That should still be fine for you guys. Yeah, it doesn't really move in the OBS view. Great. Great, good, wonderful. Great, good, wonderful. We actually had a great discussion in Clip Studio Cafe about like, oh, the neat trick is you can always, if you know where your oh my gosh, Jeff, your brain, what is happening? The balloon tail, oh my gosh, the balloon tail, your dialogue balloon tail, thank you. Oof. Yeah, if you know where it's gonna be, you can always just like start and end your circle there, so that if it comes out kind of when Clip Studio has a hard time matching it up, or you have a hard time matching it up, it's conveniently hidden by the tail of the balloon. That's what I like to do. It's good times. So I can't remember if this was like one of the things that I said when I was on mute for 5 minutes, having just like a whole long discussion apparently with myself and with our doggo friend over here. But yeah, there's like so much going on. Work's been busy, life is just busy, but also there's like tons of holidays right now. Mardi Gras was this week. Valentine's Day was yesterday. We're during the Lunar New Year celebration, which extends from the new moon, which was like Friday night last week, all the way through to the full moon, which is like still a week and a half away. So it's there's so much going on. And I was gonna say, as a family with a child who is adopted from China, it's super cool to get to go to some of the Lunar New Year celebration events. There's tons of them in our area. If you have any interest, I highly recommend you go, just to check out some of the traditional foods, see some of the traditional art forms, dances. I mean, there's obviously going to be like, most of them have a lion dance, most of them have a dragon dance of some kind, which is super cool. I will say, be forewarned that sometimes during the lion dances or dragon dances, they will set off large strings of firecrackers. And if you don't see them doing it, it can surprise you. And perhaps if you're a young child, you will become startled. You know, just from personal experience. Maybe a little better here. Taking some artistic liberties here. So if you are a member of the meteorology community, please don't fault me for my clouds being too artistically inclined. All right. So can I just use emoji? I'm just gonna draw them. I'm just going to draw them. Because, you know, why not is why. Why not is why. Oh goodness, there are a lot of interpretations on the bunny emoji. Okay, good to know. This could be a rabbit hole unto itself, and I'm going to gracefully step around it. I think. Okay. I may be liking where this is going. Okay. Maybe. Maybe? Maybe. Guess it doesn't have to be smiley face bunny. What happens if I do it more just... Oh, that does feel a bit more cartoony, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Okay. That's not the lasso tool. Whoops. Also, you are a little bit tilted, my rabbit friend. We can straighten that out. Better. Man, I'm so disappointed that my Stream Elements chat isn't working. Ugh. Figure it out. Figure it out for next time. That's my homework assignment. Is there a Stegosaurus emoji? I don't remember. Probably. Maybe not. Dino emoji? It's like the T-Rex. Sauropod. Is there a sauropod? Is that... Alright. Pull out the phone, old man. Just kidding. Just kidding. Sure enough, sauropod is a thing. Okay. Send to Ashley with message. I'm doing research on stream. Well, that didn't go quite. Okay, try that again, Jeff. There we go. Sent. Good times. Sauropod it is. We're giving the impression of a dino. It doesn't have to look exactly like a stegosaurus, I don't suppose. Although, I'm questioning myself. It's for a younger group, and I don't want to be too confusing. Research, very important. It doesn't seem like it's in the official specification of required emoji to do the Stegosaurus, but Sauropod is, so maybe I'll stick with that. Again, I'm not sure if a kindergarten through second grader is going to care about that. Maybe, okay, no. Just Stegosaurus, dude, come on. Come on, man. Do I need to put a big goofy smile on this dinosaur right now? No. But I want to. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. Let's make sure. Okay, that one also slightly tilted. Let's fix that. Okay. Panel 1 is penciled. Goody. That up a little bit. I know I've probably mentioned this before. I like to be a little bit more detailed in my pencils. Some artists prefer to leave their pencils a little bit looser and really do the digging in on the final lines. Personally, I enjoy having thought about all my details in advance so that when I'm doing my final lines, I can just pay attention to like getting the pen pressure that I want. Perhaps at some point I will be well practiced enough where that is not a thing that I think about a lot and it's just easy and it flows. But right now, this is where I'm at. Puppy stretch. Right. Did you get my urgent text message? Yes, I was frantically researching dino emoji. Very important. No, I'm good. At first I was gonna just put the sauropod emoji because that's like the official, one of the official dino emojis, but I'm like, to make it easier for a younger group, we should probably just stick with Stegosaurus, the same dinosaur as we're seeing in the cloud, so it's not ambiguous. I know kids are smart. I know they pick up stuff, but it's probably good. Sometimes things, like clarity is king in comics. It needs to be readable, it needs to be understandable, and pretty quickly. So, that is my guiding principle here. Since this is the pencil stage, I am still roughing it in with the pencil tool here. I figure I will make the leap over to the proper Clip Studio balloon tool when I go to the final lines. I know I was like just talking about it and now I'm not using it, but I will. Promise, I swear. Not bad, a couple of panels in here. Pretty happy so far. Maybe add some spots to our butterfly here. Like, I just think of like the dotted butterfly from Animal Crossing. We'll do it like this. There we go. Better. Okay. I'm gonna nudge this perspective just a wee bit, so it's clear that she's looking at the clouds and not at him getting up. Okay, a little better. Now let's angle it up just a tad. There we go. I feel like that's what I was looking for. Okay. Good deal. Sitting up a little bit, she's surprised to see. Okay, I mean, which foot is that anyway? Does that read right? Hey, if I scooch that over. Okay. Well, I do think we'll make pencils done by midnight, so that's a good goal. It was a bit of a late start. We didn't even start working on this piece till about an hour ago, so pretty good progress for an hour. Excuse me. I feel like this one also is a little bit more sketching, but it's been good. Hopefully that's not too creepy. No, I'm terrified it's gonna be the creepiest of creepies. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll erase here where I was just saving my pencil color. I was gonna... One, I can shrink this butterfly. Two, I was going to include a question mark. Wow, I punched the microphone. Usually I just headbutt it, but I'm trying to think of the gesture. Like, okay, so thumbs are gonna be back. There we go. Okay. Sorry if that was a jarring noise when I accidentally punched the microphone. So sorry. So sorry. But hey, look at us. Okay. Okay. I feel like we more or less got this. This is good. I'm happy with this. I'll, Ash and I will look over the pencils here, make sure we're still... excuse me, I was just trying to clean that up and totally didn't even pick up the eraser tool. Nice. Okay. So, yeah, we'll go over, we'll check and see, make sure everything looks like we're still on communicating what we want to communicate. Yeah. And then I may already have done some more of this then by the time that we stream next week. But I may be finishing it, or I may be done and moving on to another one. We've actually got a series of about 3 of these right now for the Sunny Skies series that we'll be working on. Just hoping to have at least the first one ready to go sometime in March. Hey! Ash is hopping in the chat. You're not feeling the cloud faces. Okay. Is there something I should do differently with them? Is this a just maybe I picked the wrong way to do it thing? Do we think? I feel like we just, if indeed we're not feeling them, we can definitely swap it out for something else. I feel like that's not, it doesn't have to be them to make the joke. What about an ice cream cone? That's fun. It's something unusual to see in the sky, and who doesn't like ice cream cones? Yes, this is very true. Okay, I would just have to redo that, probably that last panel as well, because I tried to overlay them to make it look like a dissipating version of their faces, but... Okay, well this isn't going to be a tonight thing, clearly, but I agree. Thoughts for another day. Yeah, I like ice cream cone. Part of me is like, what if it was like a butterfly or like a whole bunch of butterfly clouds? It's funny because then Corey's off chasing a real butterfly, but it's also like representing in the sky what he's seeing. Yeah, we could go a lot of ways with it. So we'll talk. So that third panel and possibly the sky in the fourth panel will change. But okay, I'm still happy with the pencils. This is good. And I feel like the basis of the joke is there. It's really just picking how we want to deliver it, / not give small children nightmares, which is fair, you know. Good night, Ash. Thanks for joining in chat. I appreciate the company. And in real life all the time too. I get to work from home, so we get to hang out all day long every day, and it's the best. If you ever get the chance to hang out with Ashley, you should. She's cool. That's my rule. Okay. So we can kind of see. I will. What do I want to do here? Okay. So turn off navigator since we're in the full view, and I can now close that. Now, am I set up for time lapse to show up? Because I love to watch the time lapse at the end of the day, because it's fun. It feels very accomplished. Oh goodness, it's the whole time lapse of the whoopsie daisy. So I started this for another one because I already had the panels formatted. So okay. There we go. Okay, so that's the tail end of the time lapse. So you're actually going to see the time lapse of the very first one, because I didn't turn off time lapse in between. I'm like, I'll just edit it out when I export the video, but I didn't do that. I didn't think about showing it here. So now you can see the construction of it. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone, it's fine. It's fine. But you know, I'm real proud of the process of the first one too. So there we go. Cool. Oh no, he's doing the cool thing, just turning off again, guys. Okay. Hey everybody. Hey chat. How we doing? It's not my peak TV tonight, but you know what? I'm happy you all joined me. I'm happy you joined me if you're live. I'm happy you joined me if you're watching the VOD. I'm happy you joined me if you're just chilling out watching on YouTube sometime in the distant future when I've finally caught up on my YouTube videos. Because you know, I think we cut off in like mid-December, and I just have been very slow to get them uploaded. Why? Because life is busy. Holidays, travel, work, company, all the things. Not that I'm complaining. It's all good things. And trying hard to always remember to be thankful for what's there. So there's lots of good stuff. It's challenging sometimes, but it's okay for it to be challenging. But also good to be appreciative. Speaking of appreciative, I'm appreciative of everybody out here. I know I just said it like 2 minutes ago, but it's true. I love doing art. This is such a great chill time for me. Even on a day where my brain is kind of just done. It's just fun. It's really relaxing to come here and draw, and whether I'm chatting or whether I'm kind of just in the zone doing my thing. It's really nice, and I really appreciate chance to be here and share that with anybody who is here to watch. So thank you. I will be back next Thursday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, per usual. In the meantime, VODs will be up here on Twitch, and I hope everybody just has a really great week. If you have any holidays that you're celebrating, like the Lunar New Year Festival, please enjoy, and have like a dozen jiaozi for me. I mean, I'll be having probably about a dozen jiaozi myself, but enjoy them yourselves, and everybody just have a really good night and a great week. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, everybody. Good night.